Well,
Yep.
hello there, friends.
Hi, folks. Good to see you.
Good morning or afternoon, whatever it happens to be for you, or evening, sometime or other.
Whatever time of day it is for you, welcome.
It's another Sunday, our favorite day of the week.
Time to visit with our friends. What's the matter?
I was just watching him wag his tail. The dog's looking out the door. He's probably watching the cat, who's also outside. We've got he's Nacho, our dog, has figured out how to get inside from outside, but can't quite seem to figure out how to go out from inside. And the door.
Hi, Allie.
He grabs
Good
it.
to see you.
He grabs it with his paw and pulls it open and then scoots in. But for some reason, he hasn't figured out that he can just, use his nose and push the door
Amy.
open.
Good to see you too.
Hi, Amy. Good to see you, darling. How's everything going for you all there in Louisiana today?
Have you got electricity yet? I hope.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah,
Quit wiggling the table.
When Kate told me the other night that you guys might not have power for another, 2 to 3 weeks? Is that what it was?
I've had phone problems, but I'm back.
Well,
I'm really glad you're back, Allie. That's good to know.
It was pretty distressing, Amy. I know you guys are.
Hello, Ruth. Good to see you.
Living through a heat wave too. So anyway,
Still no
power. Well, hopefully things will get better for you here shortly.
And praise God, you have that loaner generator. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yep.
At least you have some power. And your freezer's not gone out.
Yeah, that when Kate told me that you guys didn't have power, I said, well, that's, I knew you guys had a lot of stuff in your freezer.
Hi, Susie. Good to see you. And Barb, welcome.
Yellow jacket bites. Ouch, Barb. Those do hurt.
The only thing I do when I get them, Barb, is I take Benadryl. And that seemed to help. Live in the third floor apartment, so don't even know what I could get here or how to do it. So sad.
Well, if you have a balcony or any place where you could put it outside, Allie, even just a small one, 2,500 or 3,000 watt for an apartment would be more than sufficient. That way you could at least, keep most of your electrical appliances plugged in. And have lights.
There are such things as solar-powered fans. So if you have a window, you can put the fan and the small solar cell there, and it'll at least circulate the air.
So your insurance man came by today, huh? Yeah, they've been busy people, I imagine.
Keeping our fingers crossed for you.
Yeah, Amy, hopefully you get sufficient compensation, I guess is the best way to put it.
At least hope you get everything
fixed.
Hey,
Bandana Grandma. Hi there.
Yeah,
and Julie, hi.
Hello, Julie. Now,
hello in
good
Idaho.
To see you.
It's always good to hear from Idaho.
You're welcome. Oh, Allie, I was looking just before we came online at some solar-powered fans on Amazon, and they run about $20 for the fan and the solar panel. So it could be something that you could put in your budget without any problems.
Depends on how much sun you get on the apartment too, but
yes, it does. But if she has a window and can get some sun, or at least some bright light. A lot of those don't require direct sun, but just bright light.
Oh, excuse me.
I've even seen a couple that can be powered by lights from inside your house. So I put it on and let it power itself. Yeah, you're right, Barb. It is really cool. I've been looking. I found 6 or 7 of them all together. Gonna need a whole new roof and skirting. Also need my house re-leveled and change out a few cracked blocks. Yep. We can use all of that on this one too.
Yeah, we could.
And ours isn't from a hurricane. Ours is just from age. This house is 19 years now? It was 10 years when we moved in, wasn't it?
About that, yeah.
So it's 19 years old, and it's
getting up there. It's starting to show its age a little bit, kind of like us. Well, me anyway. And she just remains young and beautiful.
Oh, right. By the way, our conversation today, our title, Life's Little Changes, I chose that because I had to go through something this weekend that all of us who are adult children of older parents have in their future, and that is, Amy says I'm the Energizer Bunny.
Yep.
I had to go to my parents this weekend.
Oh, look, Ruth's asking about your hand.
Oh, much, much better. I actually got my ring back on. It's still sore and still swollen, but much better. Thank you, Ruth.
They gave her a big shot of antibiotics and some pills to take too.
Yeah,
That's kind of unusual. Usually when our birds nail us, they don't get infected, but this one did.
Yeah. Anyway, I had to go to my parents this weekend and have a talk with them. My mom's doctor called me and said that I needed to, number one, find a way to stop my mom from driving, because apparently her reaction time is getting much slower and her memory is getting bad, and she gets out and forgets where she is and where she's going. Also, they want me to take over the medications, getting the medications ready for them every week so that they get the right meds at the right time. So I knew it was going to be a tough discussion, and I went over there with trepidation and fear in my heart, so to speak. But basically what I said, I just explained to them, look, your doctor is concerned, and I'm here to help, and this is what I think we should do. And they were very positive about it, at least as far as my helping with the meds go. They were not at all unhappy with that. We're going to go to Walmart and get some of those little med containers that have a hole for each day with a cover on it, and I'll go over once a week and we'll put all the meds in those things, and then they don't have to worry about which bottles they have where and all of that. They can just open them up and go.
I'll tell you, her greatest achievement, though, was getting Tom to go along with this, too, her stepdad. Tom's he's former military, retired major, I think.
Something high.
Very, I'm not going to say rigid. He's not that, but he is set in his ways. Has really resisted giving up his independence and things, even though his vision has gotten
he has
seriously
macular
bad.
degeneration.
With macular degeneration, and he's had quite a few procedures done on his eyes and so on. But make a short story even longer, they both accepted it, pretty much straight up, and so Kate's now got more responsibilities. She's got to go over there and set up their pills and stuff every day.
Yeah, but
and the day's coming when we're going to have to take their keys away. So,
and we talked about that when I was there, and I said, they were not ready to give up driving completely. However, Mom did say she will only drive to the grocery store or to the church. Now, I really didn't want her to do that either, but she is still an adult. I can make suggestions, but I can't yet demand that she do things my way. And besides that, I think it's better for everyone if she does these things because she wants to do what I've suggested. So she's
been very accepting of, Tom has been very accepting of Kate's help.
Yeah.
And that is a bit of a minor miracle. I mean, like I said, Tom's a very independent guy. So him accepting Kate's help, as I've told her, I can read Tom pretty good. I'm a fairly good judge of people. And for Tom, if he doesn't trust you, you might as well not even exist in his world. And he has come to trust Kate, I think 100%, and really listens to her. He goes along with her and things of that sort, gives her opinion credence. So I'm proud of him, actually, for,
Allie, that's a great idea. Thank you. It's a good idea. I was only going to do 1 week, but the idea of 2 is good because that way I can keep up with what's going on.
Yeah.
Hello, Sean, North Shore Preparedness. It's good to see you today.
Yeah, good to see you. Thanks for coming by, Sean.
Anyway, I was very hesitant when I went over there, but it turned out to be a very good talk with both of them. They were more accepting than I expected. I think you're right. I think Mom was a little bit relieved. She knows she's a bad driver and she knows she gets lost a lot. So I told her I would come and do whatever. I live about we live about 20, 25 miles from them.
About 25 miles probably, give or take.
but I don't mind going over there. I don't mind being on their call list if they need something. And I think I finally convinced them of that this week. And also finally convinced them that I'm not trying to push these things on them, that I am here for them when they're ready. And I think that made the biggest thing. Hello, Letha. It's good to see you. Julie says, it's so hard. Went through it with my mother-in-law, mom, hubby, Andy, aunt.
And
so
Auntie.
hard to take the keys, but it's, yes. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I did have a talk with them about that when I was trying to get them not to drive. Here in Texas, the doctors can call the Department of Transportation and DOT can take away their driver's license. And I told them, you know, I'm not trying to push this on you guys, but this is what DOT can do, and you don't want that to happen. You don't want to try and get out there and drive with no driver's license, and especially at your age, because your responses are slowing down and people could hit you and
Well,
be not your fault.
If there were an accident, they're going to automatically assume that the old people caused it. You know, that's just the way we are. But, you know, they weren't paying attention or reaction times were slow or whatever. So right away, the old person's at fault, even if they weren't. Yeah, I understand that. Like, that was a very brave thing to do.
Yeah, really.
I, as hard as it is for me to get around, whenever we do go somewhere, I drive still.
Yep.
But I can still do that.
Hi, Linda.
It doesn't take much physicality to drive.
Hello, Howie. Good to see you.
Hey, Howie. Good to see you.
Hi, Michelle.
Michelle. Good to
Annie,
see you. Annie,
welcome.
hi there.
2 weeks in a row. That's right.
Good for you, darling. Good for you. Nice to see you.
Well, anyway, there are all kinds of life's little changes coming up for me and mine.
We need some more thumbs up, though. We got 13 folks and only 8 thumbs up. Come on, do your duty. Hit that thumbs up.
One of the little changes I did that I want to show you guys about is this.
Oh, yeah. Kate's been busy again.
I canned butter. I've wanted to do it for the longest time, and I just didn't quite have the gumption to do it. I was afraid of it, and I canned it a couple of days ago, and it turned out very well.
How many pounds of butter did you start with?
I had 8 pounds of butter. It turned in completely filling 9 pints. So, yep. And the recipe I followed, I watched lots and lots of YouTube videos on it, and what I followed is supposed to make this shelf stable for at least 3 years. So I'm excited about that. Let's see. Ellie said, it's so sad because when my dad was 94, the same thing happened.
Lost his freedom.
They wanted to take away his license and not let him drive. He told me that when they took that away from him, he lost his freedom. Yeah.
Yep, that's very true.
Hi, Celtic.
Hey, Celtic. How you doing, big guy?
Annie, you did some hamburger? That's
well, good
cool.
for you, darling. Good for you, Annie.
Did you raw pack or did you cook it first, Annie? Both of them are good.
See, looky there. You're teaching people how to do stuff.
That's why I started this channel. I'm glad it worked. You cooked it. Okay.
First. Okay.
A lot of people like it cooked. I usually raw pack it because when I use it, I'm going to use it in casseroles or like spaghetti or something like that, so it doesn't matter. If I were going to use it if I were going to refry it or something like that, I probably would at least par cook it beforehand. So it all depends. But yeah, I'm really pleased. I discovered something with this though, and that is I need to have my pressure canner looked at by someone because the gauge, the pressure gauge, only went to 9 pounds, and it was on for over an hour. As a matter of fact, it was on for so long that it used up all the water in the thing. But it turned out well. I have a little bit of browning on the bottom. Some of the milk solids looked a little bit browner. I think they were starting to cook, but I think that's okay. And I had some in a small jar that I did not. I mean, I pressure canned and everything, but now I opened it and used it, and it's fine. But I used, yes, I know, USDA.
Bandana, the USDA, remember now, they've got to take a very conservative approach. So a lot of the things that they recommend you not can, they've been canning them for over 100 years.
Yes, Celtic.
but it's not, quote, approved by the U.S. government.
Yeah.
Most of that is just because of
Okay.
rules and regulations.
2 reasons why the USDA will not approve home canning of butter. The first is the American Dairy Association is in their pocket. They don't want you canning things that you have to go back out and buy fresh. So that's one thing. Another thing is a lot of people can butter, but they don't pressure can it. And that is a very dangerous thing to do because butter, as we know, is low acid. And anything that's low acid needs to be pressure canned to get the heat up inside the jars. So this was pressure canned, and I feel comfortable that it's going to be safe.
Unsalted butter.
Yeah, I did unsalted. I have some salted in there, but I read a lot, and I came to the conclusion that I was going to do the unsalted this time because when you use salted, the salt recrystallizes, and then when you use it in the butter, when you use that butter, it has kind of a grainy flavor, which is okay for cooking and stuff, but it's not necessarily what you want to put on bread and eat. So since this was my very first attempt at that, I thought, well, I'll just use the unsalted.
We haven't tried any of this yet.
I have.
I'm not sure if I'm looking forward to trying it or not, but as I've told Kate, I'll always try anything she makes at least once. So,
yes, Sean, it does come out grainy, but it's because the salt recrystallizes during the processing.
yeah.
I live make the best canned butter.
Dane's here where I live, make the best canned butter. Okay.
The way I feel about
This
it,
is the first
Howie,
time we've tried it.
if somebody can can it, so can I. I just have to figure out how to do it safely. So, my next thing on the list to try, now that I've canned butter, is canning cheese. And I want to start off with either mozzarella or cheddar. And probably with, thank you, Howie, probably with mozzarella because cheddar will continue to age once it's been canned and it'll get sharper and sharper. Sorry about that. Try ghee. Yeah, Celtic, I thought about that. It would take a little longer to make, and I may do the ghee as well.
Ghee, what is that?
That is clarified butter.
Ah, okay.
So instead of when it's done, instead of being,
It's
dense
liquid.
like this.
Yeah, it's liquid.
Well, yeah, and it's also clear. You see through it. It's a yellow clear liquid. It's like what you use to dip lobster in and stuff like that.
Well, go out and grab some lobster and make some of that. One thing I've never seen in a restaurant is all you can eat lobster.
Right.
Wouldn't that be nice? Wow.
Cans of
I could
red
put some
feather
lobster
butter.
away.
What is red feather butter, Allie? I've never heard of that. Is that just a kind of butter? Celtic, the other thing I want to know is I've heard a couple of references to taking the solids after you can the ghee, taking the solids and using it to make a sweet, a dessert kind of thing. Have you heard about that? Yeah, and he loves lobster and crab. I like lobster, not so much crab.
Well, I'll take crab too.
Fresh
but-
lobster and corn last night.
Oh,
Oh, what a
wow.
wonderful blessing.
No kidding.
Used to use lobster
Yes.
to feed the poor.
Lobster was once used to feed convicts
Oh, my goodness.
because they said it was, garbage food.
The brand, okay.
So,
Well, strips that they used to make fajitas for years and
Oh,
years and
yeah,
years. That
yeah.
was the garbage food, too.
Yep.
And now it's one of the more expensive things to buy.
I don't think I've ever had bear fat. Never have.
No.
But I know that, some of the programs
Hi, Jennifer.
that she watches, the, Alaskan shows, they make a big deal out of that bear fat. Look at the price of chicken wings.
Yeah, I know. You know what's amazing is chicken feet are getting expensive. That is amazing. Just buying chicken feet to make good gelatinous broth, it's getting very expensive.
That's outrageous.
Call you a garbage disposer. Me too, Annie. I have rendered my own pig fat for lard. I've done that. And I've rendered beef fat for tallow. And I've used both of those in cooking. So
Why is the table shaking so much?
I
It's
guess because
you.
I'm moving. I got to be
You keep
still.
picking at your fingers.
No, I'm twisting my rings.
Well,
I've also rendered schmaltz.
Jennifer, what we were talking about is just kind of life's little changes. Originally talking about Kate having to go see her mother at the recommendation of her mother's doctor to kind of take over setting up her medications and also to kind of give her some advice that she really shouldn't be driving anymore. And that's true.
Jennifer, you have a
So
long
it's,
time before you face this.
You know, it's, I'm 73. Kate just turned 71.
We're glad
If
you're too,
our
Sean.
kids were close by, they'd probably be bugging us.
Mhm.
At least mine would. Kate's daughter understands that Kate is still functional. My kids seem to feel that I'm failing, which I'm not. I mean,
Yeah,
in
but they thought
most
you were
ways.
failing when you were in your 50s. So
That's true too. But anyway, just kind of things that are going on, little changes in your lives. I mean, if I start talking about the changes in my life from, say, even 5 years ago to now, we wouldn't have enough time on this live stream for me to cover it all.
oh, look, we've got 14 people here and 14 thumbs up. Thank
Good
you.
deal.
Allie says she's 54 and both parents and her sister passed. Allie, I lost 2 of my 3 younger sisters in 2017, so I know how that goes. Lost my dad many years ago. My mom just celebrated her 16th anniversary with my stepdad, and she's 91, and so is he. So,
And Amy, yeah, you guys have definitely had some changes this week.
yep.
Yep.
Let's see. Can a home health aide work?
They're kind of resistant to that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they're
yes, they
very
could.
private people, and they're not ready for that yet.
It
right
would be
now.
a good time for them to step in. I mean, that's would be entirely appropriate for sure. But until such time as Tom mainly kind of says, okay, I don't think it's going to happen. Yep. But anyway, it's, the only thing that's constant is change. That's all there is to it.
And this is just another step on the long walk to life. Hello, Susanna. Good to see you.
Hello, darling. Good to have you here.
Do I stop watering my potatoes for a while before harvesting?
Ooh, hi, Diamond.
Sean, I've never
Allie, about 20 miles.
grown potatoes, so I can't help you. Diamond Willow is Susanna.
Susanna, okay. Don't expect me to remember that.
I don't, but I'm just telling you again, and she lives in Canada. I think Susanna, aren't you in Alberta? I think that's where you're from.
Yeah, Allie, her folks are about, I'd say
20,
25 miles. We're a little bit northeast of San Antonio, and they also live in what is called the northeast part, but they're in San Antonio proper.
Hi, Lisa.
We're a little bit out in the suburban communities around there. Lisa, you've been lurking, huh? Yeah, I used to do that a lot too. Back in the old days, I'd lurk.
I'm getting him more actively involved.
Yep.
I don't lurk. If I come
No,
in,
she pops up.
I want to be involved.
She pops up. That's very true. One thing Kate will tell you, she'll let you know she's there.
Jennifer, I have got to go back in. I'm sorry. This week has been very, very busy. I only got to check out one of your videos. I want to look at some more of them.
It's been a strange week, actually. It's been sort of a strange week.
Yes, it has.
Nothing.
With my hand
I can't
being a
put
problem
my finger
still.
on anything, but you getting damaged. But it's just been kind of a bizarre week.
Yeah, it really has. Anyway, Jennifer, I will go back in possibly later today or tomorrow and check out the rest of your channel, and I'll leave you some messages. You need rest. Life with 4 black kittens. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
you and your cats. I swear to God, you're going to have your own little menagerie there.
I'll tell you what, Celtic, all you have to do is put dry food down, and 2 a.m. they'll find it and they'll eat, and you don't have to get up and feed them milk. Take it from somebody who's raised many kittens. What is it?
Jennifer said that her phone deleted her videos and she's got to make more.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Not good.
That's not good.
Roasting tomatoes and dehydrating mushrooms. I love roasted tomatoes. We're completely out of tomatoes here. The tomato harvest is gone. However, my tomatoes, a couple of my tomato plants are still doing well. Quit. Am I shaking
Well,
it
you
too
keep
much?
vibrating the screen. I imagine it's kind of irritating to everybody out there.
I don't know. I'll put my hands in my lap.
Well, if you can put your hands up there, just
be still.
Don't fiddle with your
I've
fingers.
got the fidgets today. I can't do that.
She bugs me about being fidgety all the time.
I've had a true off-grid experience this week. Yep. But thanks to my knowledge sharing, I've had plenty of food. Yes, you have, and I'm really glad for that. Fixing to make pizza sauce. Oh,
fresh canned pinto beans, absolutely.
I have.
Oh, in the same canner load. I'll defer to the expert on that one, but you got two different kinds of food there.
Actually, both of them will be pressure canned. You can put chicken and pinto beans in the same jar and can them together if you want. I will tell you that pinto beans swell, just like they do when you cook them slowly. Don't put more than a third of a bottle, 1/3 of the jar. No more than that.
With dry pinto beans? With dry pinto beans?
With dry pinto beans. I have done it many times. She's in Alberta. Okay.
Hey, 320. Hi there.
I put onions in with mine. Sometimes I put garlic, but not often because that gets really strong. So winter bedding into beds. This morning, dehydrating potatoes. Yep.
Allie said no vibrating, so you can continue. You can go ahead and fiddle with your fingers.
Who said that?
Allie.
Oh, thank you. I don't know why I've got the fidgets today. I think it's because I got a good night's sleep last night for a change.
Jennifer, that's an interesting question on why your phone would delete it on its own. That's pretty bizarre. You might want to go to whoever your provider is. Did they by any chance go off onto another card that's on your phone? Because a lot of times, you've got an extra SD card in there. Those things might have migrated over to the other one where you wouldn't necessarily see them right away.
Hello, Brett. Glad to see you.
Hey, how you doing, Brett? I take it you're working? Are you down at the station? It's good to see you here in any case. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, I tell you, we've been praying for the Broussard homestead, that's for sure. Got hit pretty hard. A lot of folks around there in that part around Iowa, Louisiana, have been hit really, really hard. And
Lake Charles area.
And the response from the government has been pretty freaking terrible.
Best.
I swear, we can't take care of our own people. What can what can we expect?
Good to see you.
So, anyway.
There. Already having, we'll do again. Yes. I think.
Yeah, they need continuing prayers. But it sounds like things are coming together for you. I mean, you've got your insurance adjuster out there now. You know what you need.
The roof is tarped.
You've gotten some help from your
IAFF
fellow firefighters and all that sort of things, and I know you guys have been gathering up stuff to distribute to other folks. So you're getting it from both sides. You're both giving and getting, and to me that's really important. So keep spreading those blessings around. You guys are a blessing to those around you, and other folks are blessing you in return. So that's when Kate and I had our little conversation the other night. I wanted to reach out to y'all. I really did. So in any case,
I pray for everybody in Louisiana. There's so many people there that were hurt, that lost everything.
Yeah.
We've done what we can to help. We've made some donations and that sort of thing, but
nature just can be so damn cruel sometimes.
Like Sean says, the big circle works well.
Yep.
That's right. Make hay while the sun shines. Well, I would, but we haven't had enough rain to make any hay, Howie. Speaking of that, for the last 2 days, we actually have had enough rain twice to get the sidewalks wet. So that's a good thing.
Kind of greened everything up a little bit. It was starting to get a little brown out there. It's starting to green up a little. It's still dry, but it did green up some of the grasses and stuff.
He's the only one who tries. Can you call your whoever your provider is? Sometimes that is helpful.
Yeah, you might be able to do it through a phone call. Jennifer, I don't know what to suggest to you. It's very uncommon for an electronic device to delete its own files. There's generally somebody presses return to make that happen.
Some kind of button somewhere.
So the only thing I'm thinking is that if you have an auxiliary memory card in there, if you know how to do it through your settings, go over and take a look at the contents on that card. You may find that they're over there.
I'm sure they're closed today, Jennifer. There's no question.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they're closed today.
But you might try and call them tomorrow.
Although some of them have, their national helplines run 24/7.
How dry are you up there, 320?
Yeah, it's if it ain't raining, it's drying out, that's for sure.
Now is the harvest time, so help yourselves and others store for the future. Have to go. Take care, Howie.
Take care, Howie.
Thank
Good
you for dropping in.
Thanks for coming by. Yeah, Texas is pretty dry right now. You're right about that. Except for the places that got hammered here recently with the tail end of Laura.
We've been so dry. Our house was shifting because it was so dry. And since that little bit of rain we got, I can open the front door again. How did they can beans and things before pressure canning? Letha, they canned it water bath, but they don't last with water bath. It has, you have to use it within a couple of days. Most of the things like beans were just stored dry or they were fermented. They used to ferment a lot of stuff.
They'd just soak them to rehydrate them and cook them as they needed them.
Mm-hmm.
So the preservation technique was just keep your beans dry.
Yeah. They store in a lot less room if you store them dry as well. And they can last for quite a few years if you store them dry.
320, I'm sorry about your garden not doing well. Yep. We've had that problem here for a couple of years.
Yeah. I've not had a good garden for several years because it's been so dry and hot here.
Yeah, Jennifer, just look around on the phone. Go in through your settings, take a look at your memory and storage. Those would be the two areas, mainly storage.
Remember, Jennifer is a very young teenager.
Yep, she's probably smarter about this stuff than we are.
That's probably true.
Yep.
Definitely smarter than I am.
But, I've been around
all my fermented food from my fridge. And
what I would call the internet life since way back in the early 90s.
I don't have any of my fermented food in the refrigerators. I keep them out of the refrigerators.
Well, it's different. Fermented and canned are kind of sort of two different things.
I'm sorry, what did you see?
The fermented versus canned, and our fermented stuff went bad.
Yeah, well,
we've not had good luck with fermentation here either because I think we got something in the air. That,
we have some wild
stuff.
Yeah, not yeast. But although we did the last time I was canning peaches, I had some peaches start fermenting before I could get them canned. So apparently there is some wild yeast in the air as well. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, when you get power, or actually, you can start it now, and by the time you get power, you can put it in the fridge. And especially if you're going to be doing sourdough, you don't have to refrigerate that ever unless you're trying to slow it down.
Allie, thanks for coming by, darling. Good to see you.
Take care. Have a good dinner.
Good day. Yep. Hope you enjoy your dinner. Well, hello, Mr. Blue.
I need to get some sourdough starter going again. And I have so many other kinds of bread I want to make first. I haven't gotten that far.
Kitty. Here's my blue kitty. Come on. You want to come over here?
You're going to let him up on the table, but I chew him out for getting
Well, I want to put him on camera there for a bit. This is our cat, Blue.
And he's
called...
Bird scream. It's called Blue because he has big blue eyes, but it's not BLUE. It's BLEUX.
We use a Louisiana spelling.
Yes. He's our Cajun kitty.
What are you doing? Nope, don't want to go over there.
I don't want him up here at all, but oh well. Hello,
Well,
Off
he's
Kilter.
not
It's good to
hurting
see you.
He's not hurting anything. Good, I got him.
Okay.
I got him. I won't let
I
him
just
get
don't want him
this
walking on the keyboard.
No, I'll take care of him. You too, big boy. Yeah.
With all the devastation around me, there are so many people coming together and helping each other. God's love is shown their time. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, Kay was telling me though that you've also got people coming around. You're not leaving the place
Yeah.
because you might get looted. That's terrible. But I hope that doesn't happen to y'all.
Unfortunately, that kind of thing does happen. When my dad passed away back in 1985, yeah, back in 1985, we went to the funeral and came home to find that Mom's house had been broken into and all of her jewelry had been stolen while we were at the funeral.
Well, that's one of the things that thieves watch is they watch announcements like that for
Well, we didn't put it in the
when
paper.
funerals are and all that sort of stuff.
We didn't put anything in the paper to announce it at all. And what the police told us was they thought it was probably someone local. And the area where my mom lived at that time, there were a couple of big crack houses in the neighborhood. And we think they were just watching. That all Mom's good
Could be.
jewelry were gone.
Yeah, I see that, Amy. One of you staying home all the time. Yep, I heard that. Yeah, there's a lot of, I don't have a bone in my body that would ever let me loot. That seems like just such a disgusting thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
But some people just got no conscience. They got no regrets for any harm they cause.
No socially redeeming factors at all.
They don't care. And that, to me, that's a bad place to be. I'm glad I'm not them.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Must make their life awfully dreary to not care about your fellow man. Has to be a very desolate feeling.
I would think so, but then again, the people that don't care about their fellow man generally don't have the kind of support system that you and I have with like lovely people like this that we love and that love us
That's true
back.
too. But the reason I'm saying that is because no one cares about them because you get what you give, and what you give to a great degree determines what you get. So,
Wow. Tinker's wife hasn't left her home at all since Ben passed last year. Yeah. My mom had to leave because she had to work, but it was a real shame.
since due to break-ins, huh?
It's great to hear, Amy. I'm glad you have.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. It's a shame that we end up being confined to our homes for fear of being ripped off or invaded or broken into.
You're so funny. I mean, it's a shame they broke in and stole your guns and stuff. A friend of mine passed away last year, and his landlord went in and stole all of his guns before the woman who was executor of his will could get in there and make an inventory. She went in there knowing about the guns that were supposed to be there, and they were not there. And the landlord disavowed any knowledge of them. So that was when John passed.
Yeah.
And then we had to replace the stove that was in the house that he was renting, and we had to do a lot of other upgrades because he'd been there for a while and he had not cared for the place. So
Yeah, that was kind of a bad deal all the way around, though. But
yeah. Short day trips, a couple of hours here or there. Yeah. That's kind of like David. David doesn't go out much either.
nope.
And I don't really go out much, but when I do go, it's only because I need to go to the grocery store or check on my parents or something like that. And I come back home as quickly as I can.
Amy, I agree. Once we heard that y'all's house was still standing, the first thing I did was say, thank you, Lord, for listening to the prayers on the behalf of the Broussards. Because I know we weren't the only ones.
Right.
There were a lot of folks thinking about you and thinking about your family and your expanded family, everybody there in that whole area. And I just said, thank you, God, for sparing their place. I knew you had some damage, but, you know, it could have been leveled. You know, you could have walked back to an empty lot. So
there were a lot of people that did.
Yeah. And I've seen some pictures from around that area of folks that, you know, did come back to nothing but just trash where their lives used to be.
Hello, Mimas. It's good to see you.
So,
welcome.
I agree with you. Prayer put a little bit of protection on your place, and I'm really glad it did. Thank you, Lord. Okay, Mima's Hippobilly Homestead.
Isn't that a wonderful name?
I like that. I like that. So welcome, and your dogs too. Yep.
We have one large dog, or one medium dog, not large dog. And I think if anybody broke in here, he'd probably love them to death.
Oh, our birds.
Hello, Happy. Good to see you.
Our birds would let us know if anybody broke in here.
Yeah, the birds would, but I don't think the dogs would.
Yep. Ooh, sweet cherry tomatoes in the dehydrator.
Yummy. Prayer's what got us through and continues to get us through. I know.
I would imagine so, Amy. I'm very happy. I mean, the Lord listens.
Hi, Iris.
We just never know how he's going to answer. We know he hears, but the answers are according to his will, not ours. So I'm glad that we were all in agreement that your place got saved.
Can I leave the chat on so you can see it after someone? Sweetie, I don't know how to do that. I have no idea. When it says end the stream, that turns off the camera and that ends the stream.
That pretty much kills the whole stream and everything.
I guess I could just put a piece of paper in front of the camera or just let you stare at the wall.
Well, I like the hippie billy. I think that's a good word. I haven't ever heard that before. I like hippie billy. That sounds like a good way good thing to be.
Awesome. Got one more round to do before making fun.
Well, Diamond, I think it's yours because we haven't seen any interruptions here yet. So I think it's yours. What Happy just posted a photo of them in the family group in Facebook. Yeah, there's it's still pretty chaotic around you, I'm sure, Amy. So it won't be good for months, probably. Yeah, all good in Idaho.
Things will probably start straightening out when I go up there.
And that's what, October?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm hoping things will be a little better off by then.
About 4 weeks from now.
Yep.
If not, I'll carry a solar-operated fan and lots of baby powder.
And there's Julie Nelson's out there bragging about it's all good in Idaho. Yeah, just keep on bragging, darling.
That's good, Iris. That's wonderful. Uh-oh, had to have surgery on his femur and foot yesterday. Oh, that's awful.
Yep. Thigh bone surgery is, that femur is a tough bone to heal up.
It's a big bone.
Yeah, it is. And if that one was broken or shattered, putting that back together is really bad. Oh, the signal. Okay.
We thought you were just bragging.
We thought you were just bragging there, darling. Yeah, and his name is what? What's Brett's cousin's name, Amy? I do have kind of a generic prayer. You know, I say for all of those we know and care about and love, but I do try to mention names too. So Stephen, that'll be easy enough.
Is he also a Broussard? 104 yesterday? Julie, that's amazing.
Huh.
You're not supposed to have that kind of heat that far north.
That's bizarre. In Idaho?
Yeah.
Wow.
I hope you at least had a good breeze. That's amazing.
That's pretty hard. That's pretty hot. Go True. Okay, well, that's a good old Cajun name. Goutreau.
Goutreau?
Probably. I think I would be right in saying it that way. Is that the right
I would
pronunciation,
have
Amy?
pronounced it Gautreau.
Would it be Goutreau? This is my friend here, Stephen Goutreau.
See, I would have said Gautreau like the dog in Spanish, gato. David, I was just
That's
about
more
to say
Cajun.
that's a
Yeah.
French name. Gautreau.
Gautreau. Okay. Ah, all right.
Judy, we're in Idaho, my brother. Oh, okay. Gautreau.
Gautreau. Stephen Gautreau.
91 where you are, Jennifer.
Huh.
Wow.
It's not even that hot here.
No, it's not. It's not that nearly that hot here for a change.
Yeah, they are. French and Cajun are very similar. They do share a lot of
Considering
origins.
Cajun came from French,
Yeah.
from the French, it would be very similar.
Oh, come on. Snow?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Happy lives far enough north. They get snow all the time.
Huh.
Not our normal, but we've had many days over 100. I thought I left it in Sacramento. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I enjoyed the weather. I lived there for about not quite a year in Sacramento. I liked it. The weather was nice.
Cajuns came from Nova Scotia area until
We were exiled. Well,
exactly right.
I tell you,
I used to know the poem that came from, but I couldn't even begin it anymore.
the what? The corn?
The poem.
Oh, poem.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Jennifer, you're putting up with some strange weather. People up your part of the country generally don't even have air conditioning, do you? Huh. Must be pretty hard to put up with that weather.
Hello, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Almost 100 here today. Oh my gosh. Well, you're up on that mountain, aren't you, Happy?
Ooh, now 56. I could handle that. That'd be nice.
Yeah, well, you find me
That
huddled
would be
under a
nice.
blanket with socks and shoes and a sweater.
I prefer cooler weather, so here I live in Texas.
That's because of me.
Something wrong with that picture.
That's because of me. You did that for me.
Well, it's
I
true.
will never quit being grateful for that too.
Oh, you're just saying that. Okay, let's see.
Hot dehydrating peppers and mushrooms. 11, but feels like 9 centigrade. Yes. Foothills of Denver in Aurora. I thought so.
Yep.
My dog is over here getting his back scratched. Yeah.
It's amazing where and Kate and I often talk about the people that come and visit with us on Sundays and how much we appreciate you all. And one of the things that we also talk about is that we've got friends all over the world.
Mhm.
I call you friends. We may never meet, but you're still our friends. And the fact that we've got, folks in Canada, all over the United States, the United Kingdom. We've even got a couple over in Saudi Arabia, somewhere over in there. It may not be Saudi Arabia per
Yes, John,
se.
it is amazing. And yes, we do have one from Saudi Arabia.
And,
Jennifer
we've
is
had-
just a dog. No
we've
special
had people
breed.
from, Japan, and even I think we once had somebody from China.
Mhm.
So, back in about 1995,
Thank you, Amy.
I
Your
wrote
family,
an
too.
article that I wish I could find it now because, oh my God, it was so prophetic. So I was talking about, and this was in the early days of the internet now, and I could see where it was going. And I said, the day will come whenever we have instantaneous, worldwide, person-to-person communication with images. And here we are. It's
Yep.
exactly what we've got sitting right in front of us right now. Only that was 30 years ago.
What do you want, silly dog?
25 years ago, anyway. So I saw what was coming a long time before it got here.
He's
What are you
getting-
licking my leg for?
He's under my
What are
knees,
you
getting his
licking my
back
leg for?
scratched and
Oh,
licking
yeah.
your leg. He usually sleeps on the couch while we're in live
boy.
stream, but today he's decided to be part of it.
He wants to go outside. That's what he wants. He's just been.
You want to go outside?
Yes, he does.
All right, go to the door. I'll be right back. Go to the door.
Now, see, he could push that door open if he
Okay,
wanted
you're gonna
to.
learn to open that.
But the problem though is the cat wants out too. Oh, he made it. Never mind. The cat then slips out when the door's open. So, and oftentimes we don't want the cat out.
Right.
So it just kind of, oh well. Now, if we can only teleport and fly like the Jetsons, yeah. Yep.
The CDs came out.
Yeah, that's another one I kind of saw coming too. Once they made CDs, I said those things are going to get smaller and smaller. But I didn't see beyond a little disc of some sort. You know, that's going back to my old LP days, I guess.
I never foresaw having in a little thing like this more
Yeah.
memory than they had for the moonshot.
Yeah, thumb drives
That just
were
blows me away.
fascinating. That was pretty cool.
More memory in that little thing you can hold in the palm of your hand than they had for all of the moonshot. That just blows me away. Weather in Alberta is not. Hello, Roberta. I'm glad to see you. Then I could go visit you guys much easier. Yeah,
Yeah.
really. But Amy, if you did that, then I'd have to clean my house.
Well, I tell you, I sold all my records. Boy, I wish I hadn't because I had some great vinyl.
Same here.
Yep.
But we do have some that had belonged to one of my sisters. So.
Yeah, we've got some back, but I had a tremendous collection of vinyl that I toted them around in the military for years and years and years. You know, I had boxes and boxes of records. So whenever they came along with CDs, it just seemed like, well, why should I carry all these heavy vinyl records around anymore? Little did I know, I probably had, nowadays I could probably sell them for $100,000.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Happy says we need more cooking and preserving videos.
I'm surprised Kate didn't film the butter. I really
Wow.
am.
I thought about making the butter, but I decided that,
Kenwood made good systems back then. Yes, they did.
I'm sorry,
I was telling,
Kenwood system.
yeah, and
Yeah,
Kai.
I decided not to film it because it was the first time I'd done it, and I don't want people to think I'm some kind of an expert on the very first time I've tried something. You know, at least now I can say I've done it. I know what it's like, and I can give them ideas.
Yep.
But yes, sir, I will start doing more videos.
I don't think we'll ever have flying cars. There's that would have to be autonomous in most ways. You know,
Well,
it's just.
They have those little, aren't they called micro lights now that we saw with that guy that
Oh
was
yeah,
training
yeah.
geese?
But can you imagine
It's pretty
thousands of
close.
those in the air?
It's pretty
It'd be-
close to a
they'd-
flying car.
True, but can you imagine thousands of those in the air? They'd be
I
running
think
into
it'd
each
be
other
cool
like
if
crazy.
they had traffic sorted out.
I don't think that'll ever work. Don't think that'll ever work.
Good idea, Amy.
Well, yeah, even if you get rules of the air, but
Oh, by the way, folks, just so that you know, I got an email last week from YouTube. My channel's in the process of being monetized. So I have all the things set up and they're now doing the review. So I'll let you know maybe as early as next week whether they've decided to monetize me or not.
she's got enough followers and watch hours now to
I
monetize.
got enough of all of that. Now they just have to be sure I meet their qualifications.
We're
Thank you.
I'm torn. Everybody says, okay, Facebook or YouTube is going to make money off of you whether you monetize or not.
Right.
So from that standpoint, yeah, let's monetize. But
Hello, Ellie. Good to see you.
how much is she going to get?
And I did not start this channel to make money.
Hi, Ellie.
That was my whole
That
point
was not our
just
goal.
to share what I know with people who wanted to know. But through these 2 years of doing this, I've had so many people say you need to at least make a little bit off of what you're doing. They're going to make money off of you. So I thought, well, okay.
I don't know what to expect. I mean, do you get like $10 a month or
I think
some
it depends
people-
on what you do. If you
Well,
do lots
at
of
your-
videos, you're going to get more.
at your level though? I mean, with your level of output, which is,
Not very big.
I'll say it's sporadic at best, but it is fairly consistent. But, if it's $10, $12 for a quarter or something like that.
You're right, Happy.
Yeah, anything is better than nothing. You're right.
That's Julie. I
30%?
believe that is true. I've got it written down somewhere.
But 30% of what? See, that's
whatever you earn.
well, see, that's what I don't understand is what is a video worth? If you put out a 15-minute video, what do you get from that? Maybe somebody here knows.
Well, I've got it. If I can just get the right page.
Well, it depends. As Amy says, it depends on the number of views on your videos.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it'd be very,
I don't know.
I don't want to ask anyone, how much do you make? I mean, that seems just kind of déclassé, but
YouTube takes
You know,
30% of
it,
any donations, but I don't think that 30% of whatever little bit they pay you for your videos.
yeah,
Yes,
so
Julie.
if you make $10, they'll take 3. That's true. But still, my question is, let's say you do a 15-minute video, and let's say that just arbitrarily it gets 1,000 views. What's that worth? How much is that going to bring her?
And if I start making money, it's just going to go into an account. So if I decide to do a video on something and I don't have what I need, I can go get it.
Couple of dollars a day. You can't touch the money until you get $100 banked.
Right.
You need to hold
Which has
back
a
money
good
for taxes.
Yeah. Well, Sean, I really had not made the decision to monetize until the email came, and I just decided, what the heck,
Which also brings up my next question. If you monetize, I'm assuming that means ads are going to be placed in your videos.
They already are.
They already are?
Yes. They're already placed on there.
Well, I didn't know that. I thought you had to be monetized before ads would show up. Shows how much I know.
Amy says ads are placed on your videos and money is accrued per view. So it depends on number of views, not the watch time anymore.
I need to just stand back from this and let you handle that, Kate. I haven't got a
I'm
clue
doing
how
it.
it works.
I'm doing it, and it's not a big deal.
Well, Amy says if you have ads, then you are monetized.
Okay.
That was my understanding.
Okay.
Is that if you didn't have any ads on there, then you weren't monetized.
Happy has YouTube Premium, so there are no ads.
Okay.
And see, I don't get ads on what I do either. So I don't know. I just thought they did put them on everybody's no matter what.
But it is odd, I mean, some videos that I go just scrolling through whenever I go take a look at videos, some of them have ads, some don't.
And now if I'm looking on my phone, if I'm watching videos on my phone or scrolling through YouTube or whatever, I get ads on everything. If I'm watching on my computer, I don't because I have a pop-up blocker. So I don't know how it works either, to be honest.
Well, Diamond, yeah, that's kind of what we've decided is, why not? Somebody's going to get that money, so it might as well be us. We've got a couple little.
Hello, Mr. Paul.
We've
I'm
got a
glad
couple
to
little
see you.
savings accounts. We'll just slide the pennies over there.
So they don't watch the ads, but the monthly fee helps to play.
Yeah, so you're paying not to see ads, or you pay to see ads. Either way, you're still. They're going to get their pound of flesh out of us no matter what.
Yeah.
It's just like watching golf lately.
And again, I'm not in it to make money. If money comes along, okay, thank you. But I'm not in it to make money, and I'm not going to be out there making all kinds of nonsense videos just so I can get lots of viewers and lots of money.
There you go. Mima's got the right idea. Money for cat and dog food, and for us, bird food.
There you go.
Yep.
Let's see, pay $9.99 a month with no ads. I listen to lots of music and homesteaders and don't want ads. Yep.
Well, somebody put a pretty good ad blocker on yours, and I'd say, yeah, and you're right, Ellie. Every little bit helps.
I swore off all Google products, but then I started a YouTube channel.
I don't think we can get along without Google anymore. It's just invaded too many parts of our lives.
Hello, empty nester. Welcome.
Hi there.
I don't think I've seen you here before, have I? You're welcome. I'm glad to have you. So it might take several months to get your first payment.
There you go.
Increase over time. Yeah.
Yeah, if you got some kind of a goal for that money, then I guess it's worth it. But it seems like a lot of hoops to jump through for nickels and dimes.
I'm just hoping it gives me enough I can buy new cans, lids, and rings.
Well,
I want it to support my canning habit.
That's one goal. Why not?
Sure. It has been a while. Okay.
Oh. Would you do me a favor? Would you scratch my back for me?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. You're being jealous now, huh? I get my back scratched. Okay, that's right there. Oh, down a little bit.
That's right, Amy. I do look at it as an investment.
Thank you.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay. Iris, you found lids. Where did you find lids?
Well, you got some the other day, but you just kind of stumbled on those at the store, didn't you?
Yeah. I hit the grocery store at the right time. I found lids. I found jars at the right size.
9 cases.
What is it?
You got 9 cases of jars and 8 boxes of lids.
Yeah, I saw that haul. That is awesome.
That's a pretty good haul there.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Happy wants his back scratched too.
I have to keep up the watch hours, so that makes it more work, not in business of it, especially. It's how YouTube likes to change things. Well, but we got these hours doing our live stream, so I don't think that'll be a problem. We'll continue to do our live stream. It's too much fun having you guys here and chatting and talking and sharing. So lids were $1.99 on sale. Is that for a box of 12, Sean? That would be amazing. Just happened to be at Walmart as they were stocking. Yep, that's how I managed to get mine too. Dollar General has lids and rings on clearance. I'll have to go look because I've got a bunch of smallmouth and a bunch of largemouth. Jars were on sale for $9.99, usually 15 or more here. Yeah. Before the lockdown, I was getting 12 jars for $7. Now you get them for about 15 or 16 for the same 12 jars. So when you get them for $9, $10, or $11, it's a good deal. And I got so tickled. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Lehman's, the store that has all the non-electric things. Well, they have lots of ads for canning jars, for lids and rings. And it's funny, you go in to order them, and there's a big sign that says, this year's run has been totally sold out, but you're welcome to place an ad for next year's.
I didn't notice Mr. Paul came in. How you doing, Mr. Paul?
Yes, he came in. So
good to see you here.
Then the next time you get an email from them, they're advertising them again. They keep over and over advertising canning supplies that they don't have.
Parents live a half mile from Lehman's.
Wow.
That'd be an interesting place to live.
I would love to go to Lehman's just to see the place. They've got a lot of stuff. Oh, what? I've got to show you guys something.
Don't leave me here alone. Not with all these crazy people.
I'll be right back.
Oh, no. What do I do now? I'm on here alone. Like, I don't know what to do. I can't talk to all of you by myself. What you got there, darling? What you got?
When Amy and I were doing the roux, we talked about wanting some things like ladles that were not plastic. So I went online and I found this is a wooden ladle. Now the problem with it is it came with this big messy piece out of it here. And that's basically where the wood is chipping away along the grain. So I sanded it down and I contacted the person that sold them to me. They refunded my money and told me to keep the spoon. So I'm continuing to sand it until I get all of that chipped away, and then I'll seal it, and I've got a good ladle. But I went to Lehman's and I got this. That is a wooden spoon that is perfect. I used it when I was doing my butter night before last. It's awesome. And it was only $7. So $7 for a nice, good, and it's a heavy wooden spoon. It's
Yeah, it is. It's heavy wood. It's
not one of the cheap ones.
It's not made out of pine, I'll guarantee
No,
you.
it is not. So, yeah, Amy, it is awesome. And they supposedly have the ladles as well. So, yeah. Or put it on your wish list in Amazon. You never know. Some people look at those wish lists. Thank you. I think it's beautiful, too. I'm really pleased with it.
Wooden
used to
spoon
scare
scared
the
kids, yeah.
Yeah, I can
remember
understand that.
my mother had wooden spoon, and I remember getting smacked with that thing a little bit.
Happy, I think it is actually not a single wood. I think I
don't know.
They made a bunch
tell.
of, I don't know, maybe they put a bunch of pieces of
Well,
wood
that's
together.
all growth rings. I mean, this started out as a big piece of wood.
Yeah, but
You
I
can
think
tell, I mean, you
they dyed it. I don't
got
think
the-
it's natural colored like that.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is that the rings are not artificial.
Right.
The rings were there, but they sanded it down
Ahmad
and then
is here.
sanded it.
Ahmad, I haven't seen
Hello,
you in
Ahmad.
forever. Welcome.
You're a little late, young man, but welcome anyway.
Happy, I have no idea what kind of wood it is. I'm sorry.
Me neither. It's heavy. It feels like it's like, mahogany or something.
Yeah.
A real, not teak, but it's a real heavy wood.
Sean and my mom used my daddy's belt, but he was a police officer and he had a Sam Brown, and they're about this wide and real heavy. So I think I might have preferred a spoon. Yeah, I guess she would be upset if she broke the spoons.
Yeah, when Kate showed me that, when that spoon came in, I was impressed with how pretty it is too. It really is nice.
And I'm looking at maybe getting a whole bunch more of them. Not just this size, but if they have a ladle and a fork and maybe a
spatula.
slotted spoon, who knows?
Yeah, slotted spoon, maybe even a spatula.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least a stirring stick, of some sort.
I think that both of these would work fine with the roux, Amy, because they are natural wood. So we'll see. When you get monetized, you can start using links to places you want people to know about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to go into Amazon and
Me
set
too.
up
I deserved every whooping I ever got.
I have to go into Amazon and set up an affiliate link and several other places. And I started setting up the one for Patreon, but I have not gotten very far with that one. So, ooh, a paint stick.
Well, if we hit it right, we could retire. Everybody just support us. Send money
We
to
are
our.
retired, hon.
Oh, that's right.
Hello, Ariana.
never
Good to
mind.
see you too. So one of my family died of coronavirus. Oh, Ahmad, I'm
Oh,
so
Mom,
sorry.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry. Our prayers are with you. That is a shame.
Yeah, that's the problem with a pandemic. Is sooner or later it touches everybody.
Yep. Yes, Jennifer. Go
Yeah,
right ahead.
absolutely,
You have
Jennifer.
a wonderful week, and we'll
And
see you next Sunday.
Thank you for coming by. Always nice to have folks here. So thank you very much. Yep. Ahmad, we're sorry to hear that. We really are. That's unfortunate.
And Jennifer, go beat your friend.
Well, that just buttered way down real quick. Okay. Well, actually, it's almost time for me to go watch golf.
Not yet, though.
Why? Why not yet? Why not yet?
Because you got one more minute.
I do?
Yeah.
Until 2:10?
Mm-hmm.
Is that my cutoff point today? Okay.
I mean, you can't go until 2:10.
But golf started at 12.
You got it on record. You can keep up, and that way you won't have to look at the commercial.
Yeah, I don't watch golf except what I've recorded anymore. I cannot stand the number of commercials that they put in there.
Right.
Well, get some tomatoes out of the oven and get more in the roast. That sounds like you're having an interesting day.
Sean, thank you very much for
Yep.
coming.
Thank you, Sean. It's always good to have you here. You're a breath of fresh air.
Yes, you are.
Thank you.
And a good friend, and we thank you.
Yep. Enjoy those tomatoes.
Happy, are you going to go watch golf too?
Yeah, this is it, boy. This is the Tour Championship. This is the last. Whoever wins today, well, actually tomorrow, they're going there because of the Labor Day weekend. They're playing the final round on Monday.
We missed you too,
The winner of this one gets $15 million. Boom, here you go.
That's too big. I can't even think about that.
$15 million for winning in one tournament. Of course, it took them a year to get here, but
You need to spend a lot
Okay.
with that too. So mention birds. I'm new here.
oh, Mima, we've got 3 big old macaws, is what you can hear them in the background.
We have 2 blue and gold and 1
And Paul,
Maui sunrise.
thank you for coming by. Everybody, thank
The bread's ready to come out of the oven. I need to do some bread making this week. Maybe I'll do it and make a video.
you. You got to see the FedEx Cup, John?
How neat.
Cool.
How is the grandbird?
The grandbirds are doing good. They're starting to get cranked up
Starting to
right
get
now.
noisy.
So,
Happy says yes.
yeah, happy. That's cool. I would have loved to have been to one of these. Okay, I'm out of here.
You too,
Y'all
Sean.
take care.
That's
Love you.
You stayed late.
Yeah, I did well. I always try to exceed expectations.
I appreciate that too.
But thank you very much for coming by today, folks. As always, we greatly appreciate you here. We love you all, praying for you. Amy and Brett, you're in our thoughts and prayers particularly. So y'all just hang in there and be tough. I know it's part of the way y'all are, but we're thinking about you. Doing our best to support you.
Week.
Doing our best to help support you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay. I saw a message. It's gone off the screen now that someone bought a Danish. Oh, there it is. Tinker's Wife. A Danish dough whisk. I have no idea what a Danish dough whisk is. Happy has to go prepare for the freeze to come. Happy, thank you for coming
Take
by.
care, Happy.
We appreciate it very much. And Amy
Adios,
said they'll
pancakes.
be fine. God's got this.
Yep, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt in my military mind.
Roberta, you take care too. We'll see you next Sunday, I hope. Now, I don't know what a Danish dough whisk is or what it looks like. How do you use it? Ellie says bye.
Bye-bye.
It mixes dough easily. I'll be trying it out today here. Oh, cool. I mix my dough with my KitchenAid, so it's no strain on me at all. But I have to do that because I don't have the strength in my hands and arms to do that anymore. My hands have never been my strongest attribute. I don't have strong hands, never have. So when I got the opportunity to get a stand mixer, I got one right away. Because it not only mixes, but it also does all the kneading. So it's a flat wire whisk. It can be used for cookies too. I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen one, but I'm not sure. I'll look on Amazon later and see if I can find a copy of one. I think I'm going to get myself in the middle of the screen here. There we go. Now I'm not off on the corner. Does anybody know how to leave the chat on for a while after you end the stream? I had a request right at the beginning of the show to do that when I got off today. And I don't know how to do it. All I know is that down at the bottom it says end stream, and I click it and it's open for a few seconds and then it's gone. Yeah. Now, Amy, you and I have got all kinds of kitchen stuff. Oh, you take care too, Tinker's wife. It was good to see you. Amy and Brett know how, Kate. I think you hit send before you meant to, Sean. You know, it's funny. Oh, let's see. To leave the live stream going. Oh, okay. Now maybe Amy can tell me how. I just leave the screen open for a while after I end the stream. You mean you don't close out the stream, but you hit end stream? Because I usually just leave it. I walk away and I turn it off sometime later that night. Okay. I'll try it again and see if it works. I don't know. And I've not been able to figure out how I can get the chat to come up when I review the live stream. Now, it comes up several days later when I go in to watch it, but usually it doesn't come up the same day when I watch it. I don't know if that's part of the processing or not. And that could be. So. Well, guys, it looks like we've gotten very quiet, and all of a sudden we've gone down to 13 here instead of 26. You'll only leave it on for a few minutes, then it shuts off automatically. Ah, okay. Okay, well then I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, and hopefully that'll take care of it. Today is Clean the Bird Cages Day, so when I finish here, I got to find myself some long rubber gloves and get in there and get busy. Lisa, I have not seen anything that says save the chat, and it is always there later in the week. It's just not there the first time that I look after I've gotten off the live stream. Let's see, it might be a setting on my laptop. Okay. Oh, well. Okay, thank you. If you can't figure it out for this one, we'll figure it out for next week, and you can let me know. I appreciate it. I'm starting to get excited about coming to see you guys again. I already got the pickup truck reserved from the rental agency. I'm going to try and get the same kind I got last time. That was really nice. It was good traveling, easy to carry stuff. I had plenty of room. So I'm going to try and do that again. And I have 2 moringa trees about this tall ready to come to you. I'm definitely excited just praying the power's on. Well, sweetie, if the power's not back on, I can sweat like with the rest of them. So we'll just do what needs to be done. I'm not afraid of sweating a little bit. Something different the last couple of months. Chats have not been saving automatically. Oh. Oh, I agree, Amy. I would not want you to rough it that long either. But at the same time, you don't have to worry. I've got lots of experience with no AC in hot summer weather. So, but then by October, maybe it'll have cooled off a lot too. You never know. You can always hope. Oh, I was going to say, started to tell y'all earlier that the tomato plants had gotten old and tired, and most of them are dead. But I have 3 that are still alive. And I saw something the other day on YouTube that said if you take banana peels and submerge them in water and leave them for like a couple of hours at least or overnight, you can take that and pour it on the tomatoes and it will refresh them and get them going again. So that's what I'm hoping for. I did that. I had 5 bananas and I squeezed the bananas out of the skins, and the bananas are going to go into banana bread this afternoon. And I made some banana water and put it on the tomatoes. So we'll see in another couple of weeks if I've got tomatoes coming. Yeah, I've tried it. Let's see. What is Sean can do the same with carrot peels? Carrot peels will also do that. I did not know that. That's something I miss. Up until last year, because of my age, I would go to the food bank once a month, and they have what they call Senior Produce Day. Not sure if that's for tomatoes or not. Okay. And I would go to the Senior Produce Day and drive up, and they would load all kinds of things in the back of the pickup. Didn't have to qualify on anything except age. You had to prove you were old, and that was easy for me. So, yeah, it is similar to compost too. One of the things I got several months in a row that I really miss now is apparently the company here in South Texas that processes carrots that come in from Mexico for canning, for selling, and that sort of thing, would give 50-pound bags of the carrot remains. In other words, they cut off the thin ends to sell as, carrots, and then you'd have the thicker ends and up all the greens and stuff that were still in the bag. And we would get 50 and 75 pounds of these things at a time. And I'd go through them and peel them and cut off the greens and dehydrate the greens, and then I'd dehydrate the carrots or can them. Or sometimes I'd make carrot salad or carrot cake or whatever, but I miss having those carrots. I can't grow carrots here. I don't know why, but they just don't want to grow for me. So I really miss all of those big bags of carrots. I had a good time with them. But my pears have come in. I've got about 30 pounds of pears in there, and I need to make some pear butter. So that's the other thing I'm going to do this afternoon. I'm going to make banana bread and pear butter. So, well, folks, it is almost 2:30. No, I take it back. It's 2:21. But it looks like it's time for me to say goodbye. I will see you all next week. Thank you so much for coming today. Really loved seeing all of you. You'll trade pizza sauce for pears. Oh, that sounds like a good idea to me, Sean. Sounds like a great idea to me. I got tons of pears, and I got a big tree up front I haven't even looked at yet, and my brother told me that they are just loaded. So I've already done one tree's worth, and I'm going to get busy on another one. Thank you, Annie. I'm really glad that you were able to come and see us, and I hope you come back next week. Ruth, thank you. You too. Have a wonderful time. Amy, we love you. God bless. And Sean, you take care too. And I'm going to see you all later. Bye, guys.